Let the entire assembly cure for 24 hours before submerging it in water, in order to allow for proper setup of the bonding agent. On the commercial model, when the bonding agent is cured, use a manual air pump such as a bicycle pump and put in 15 pounds. Remove the pump and bleed the valve stem until the gauge reads 10 pounds.
After the initial trip, you may have to pump the hub back up to 10 psi due to air pockets in the grease, equalizing to 10 psi. Put grease on the valve stem threads and replace the valve stem cap. On the Sport model, use a manual pump with a Sport needle. Put grease on the Sport needle and insert it into the center of the diaphragm and pump up until the ridges in the diaphragm protrude outwards.
Diaphragm should protrude out past the cap approximately 3/4 of an inch. That will pressurize the hub with approximately 5 to 10 psi. Do not overpressurize the diaphragm. Your indicator of a pressurized hub is by visually seeing where the diaphragm position is relative to the face of the cap. For example, if the diaphragm protrudes out greater than 1 inch, the V's between the rings on the diaphragm will begin to flatten out and the pressure will be greater than 10 psi. So ideally, the diaphragm should be inflated approximately 3/4 of an inch past the cap. If the diaphragm's rings and face is compressed against the cap, it is time to pump the diaphragm out to approximately 3/4 of an inch.